me. My name is Muhammad Safir. I am working as independent consultant and my education is Master of Commerce and Master of Arts in Political Science. I am working in the development sector since 1984. Since 1984 to 2008, I worked with USAID, United States Agency for International Development, UNWFP, United Nations World Food Program, Catholic Relief Services, United Nations Development Program. Since 2008, I am working as an independent consultant, and so far I have rendered different types of services, uh, like I am taking online classes for the students of AIU uh, since May last year, and I have carried series of monitoring and evaluations for the international organizations, for UN, and for the World Bank. As a team member as well as a head of team. I participated in participatory appraisals and produced reports, and those reports were the basis for project design and further implementation by different donors. And I carried out series of qualitative and quantitative research. And sometimes those research were related to evaluation, that was part of the evaluation, and the community development. As an independent consultant, I have also produced disaster risk management plan as a head of team. And that plan was for 5 years, and that was approved by the government of Pakistan, and it was implemented accordingly. And second part was of this assignment was related to a development of standard operating procedures for emergency response. And I have carried out series of training needs assessments before conducting trainings. So far, I have the major trainings which I have conducted. The topics are related to business planning, report writing, gender, financial management, project management, disaster risk management, monitoring and evaluation. These are some of the major topics, those I have covered as a trainer. There are some more. And today, again, I welcome you all to this class. And the objective of our class is to enhance knowledge and skills of AIU students related to major terms of business and business plan. What is business idea? What is business feasibility and analysis? What are the major types of business plan? And what is the importance of creating business plans? Additionally, today we are going to cover the executive summary that is related to business plan, vision, mission statement, business goals, and what is the business description, SWOT analysis, organizational management, products and services. These are all, I would say, contents for an effective business plan. And we are going to discuss it in two parts. Today, we are going to discuss the areas which I mentioned, and in second part, there are more related top areas which will be covered in the second part. In the second part, on May 14th, related to creating an effective business plan, we are going to cover market analysis, marketing plan. These are also contents of the business plan, and which we are going to cover in the second part. I'm sharing it with you because some of the questions may relate to this, and you have an idea that we are going to discuss in detail on May 14th. And the other areas would be what is logistics plan, execution of plan. You must have heard about ISO, the International Organization for its Standardization. And what are the essential appendices for business plan? That is for part two. Just for the sake of idea, I have shared these areas with you. And the class structure of today's class would be like, I will make PowerPoint presentation as per the objectives I mentioned. And during the presentation, I'll ask some questions from the participants, and we will have questions from the students. And while replying your question, please write down your answers in the box of comment in chat. You can write down your answers when I ask these questions. And open question answer session will be at the end of class, where you will get an opportunity to ask any question related to part one. And we will have this session at the end of the class. And then there will be closing session. And as far as the presentation of this class is concerned, the PowerPoint presentation, that would be available and would be shared on AIU system. So every participant will be able to access this presentation from there. Let's start from the business plan terms. What are the major business plan terms which we are going to uh, discuss, or these will be part of our session today? You will listen about, or you will also discuss about assets, liabilities, strategy, idea, customers, financial statements. These are all related to business plan, trade, sales, entrepreneur, demand, share, supplies. These are some of the major terms which we are going to use today in our class. Let's start with the business. What is business? What do we mean by business? In fact, business an economic activity engaged in commercial, industrial, products, or professional service activities. You must have noticed that there are two parts. One is products and the other is services. And as far as the products are concerned, these are different commodities. Those are sold in the market or manufactured, or there are industries for those products. But services, there are some businesses, those provide different type of services. These are not related to any products, these are services. We will discuss about that also. And these are done with the motive to earn profit and satisfy customers' need. Unless you satisfy the customer, you won't get or earn any profit from your business. But here I would like to mention that business can be two types. One is for profit and the other is non-profit. As far as the profit is concerned, it is, as I mentioned, is for earning profit. The other, which is non-profit, that is for social cause. You must have heard different type of organizations. Those are not profit, and they are working for the social cause. Just briefly, before going into the detail of business plan, so we would like to mention, refresh our memory related to planning, because it is also related to that when we talk about the management. Same planning is for business plan. Planning is the process of establishing the goals and objectives of a business or project and determining the resources and actions needed to achieve these goals. In fact, plan is a living document that should be referred to and updated on regular basis. Same is in the case of business plan. It is a living document. It is not one-time document. It is a living document, and as per your need, you can update your business plans, or as per need, you can update these plans. Now, coming to the business plan, basically, we can say that business plan is a living document that outlines business vision. We will discuss in detail what is vision and what we should cover in vision, mission, goals, strategies, and operations of a business. These are part of the business plan. It includes information about the products or services, target market, marketing plan, management, financial plans, and other relevant details. So, briefly, this is a business plan. Before starting, we cannot say that all of a sudden we can start a business. No, it is not like that. Because once you have a business idea, then you proceed. So step by step, I will proceed. First of all is the idea, business idea. What ideas do you have, or what idea do you have for starting a business, and how we go about starting the business? So the step one is you have some idea about the business. A business idea refers to a concept or proposal for a products or services for commercial purpose and generating profit. A business idea includes detail about the type of business target customers, what type of customers you are going to target in the market, the value, the strategies to be implemented. What will be your strategy? This is your idea. How are you going to do it for successful execution and growth? So this idea leads to what? A business idea can be transformed into a viable business after conducting the business feasibility study or analysis. Once you have an idea, then you need to do a study and an analysis of your idea, and then you proceed. So business feasibility study and analysis, what is that? A business feasibility analysis determines the viability of business idea. You may have more than one ideas, and sometimes you cannot say that once you have an idea and you start the business. No, you need to confirm the viability. Is it okay to go ahead? Are you going to any profit? Is there any market for your idea or no? So how you are going to assess the viability of your idea. It evaluates all the factors those are critical to the success of a business. You do it in the feasibility analysis. The business success can be defined primarily in terms of profits that will be generated by the business. So, what is the detail for feasibility? How do we do it? A feasibility analysis focus on products and services, and you also produce a report, a comprehensive report for your analysis. And it covers financial matters, all related financial matters, market, plant and machinery if need be, human resource, and location. Is it legal or not, or what are the legal requirements to be accomplished, to be completed before starting a business? And if a business is technical oriented, then you have to technically justify the feasibility of your idea. So these are the major areas for producing a feasibility analysis report. Now I have a question. It says a business plan cannot be changed in due course. This is a question, and you have to write down the option. There are two options, A and B. Is it true or it is false? I repeat the question. A business plan cannot be changed in due course. Is it true or false? So let's see the answer. Here it is. You are right. It is false. The answer is the business plan can be changed as per need. It is not one-time document. You have the privilege to update as per need your plan, or according to the situation you can update it. So we move forward. Types of business plan. There are many types of business plan, but some of the major types are like startup business plans, strategic business plans, feasibility business plan, operation business plan, growth business plan. These are some of the major types of the business plans. Now, we will discuss something related to importance of creating business plan. Why do we need a business plan, or without a business plan, why don't we start any business? So keeping in view the importance, then we realize that we should have a clear business plan before starting a business. After knowing the importance, these importance are related to the business goals, are documented in the business plan. Basically, once you have a goal, then you proceed. Without having a goal or documenting it, you cannot have a business plan. And business plan is, you are not the only user of the business plan. There are many stakeholders. Those are going to refer this business plan. We will also discuss about that. So it is necessary and important. A business plan is a roadmap for the future of business. You jot down all the strategies, and step by step you implement those. Business plan helps to identify potential challenges and opportunities. And for that, we will discuss in this session the SWOT analysis. Investors rely on business plans to evaluate the feasibility of a business. In some types of business, you have the partner and you do it with a partnership. So there are different stakeholders, there are different partners, though those need to know what are your plans. It allows to evaluate the progress of business against objectives. Once you have goals, objectives, then you can say we are moving and making progress, or there are problems, we are not making any progress. So that's why it is very important to have a business plan so that you can evaluate your progress. It also serves as a strategic plan to set out how to start, run, and grow the business. You jot down in your strategy what will be your marketing strategy, so on. It is a living document that can be changed in line with the need of changes. And it focuses attention on objectives and results so you don't go and out of the track. Gives a sense of direction to the team because it's there are many partners and there are many uh, team or staff working uh, for the business. So it is it gives you a direction. It gives direction to the team. It gives direction to the implementers for accomplishing the goals. Establishes a basis for teamwork. Planning helps us to decide how best to use resources. In our plan, we we address the resources, what type of resources are required for implementation of the plan. Like you need a human resource for that, you need time, you need money, you need information different from different sources, and you need material, equipment, things like that. And you also prepare business plans because it helps to anticipate problems and how to cope with them. And before beforehand, you identify the problems and you address and how uh, you overcome these problems. It provides guidelines for decision making. Planning helps us to be accountable for what we do because we write down the organizational structure and the job description and who is responsible for what, and the accountability comes in. Helps to monitor and evaluate achievements. So these are the importance of business plan. So we know the importance, and after knowing the importance, we we are very serious about preparing the business plan before conducting before starting any business. And as I mentioned, executive summary is a part of the business plan. Briefly, what is executive summary? The executive summary includes essential information about goals, target, market, financial projections, management of team, and product or services offering. It is a brief document. Why it is brief? Because it summarizes why the business is valuable to potential buyers or investors and why the business is profitable. Ideally, the executive summary is 1 to 2 pages. And very briefly, you mentioned in the executive summary the areas which I discussed, shared. And now, vision, mission, business goals are also part of a business plan. And one by one, we are going to discuss and cover what is vision, what is mission, and what are the goals, what are the business goals. You must have heard or being aware of all these terms, but today it will refresh your memories and you can share while with your team while preparing a business plan. So let's start with the vision. A vision statement is a business document that outlines the long-term goals and aspirations for the future in terms of its long-term growth and impact. It also it is also aligned with the mission, business plan, strategic plan, and organizational culture. And what is mission statement? It is also part of the business plan. A mission statement is a summary of culture, goals, values. It helps customers, employees, and investors to have a clear vision of the company's top priorities or of the business top priorities. A mission is a comprehensive but also very specific to set you apart from other organizations. Goals. Like in management, we talk about the goals. Same is used here for business goals. Goals are the result or outcome of an endeavor that an organization or individual plans to achieve in a set period of time. Business goals are set to motivate teams, measure progress, and improve performance. In fact, business plan is not such a document which is used by only by one person or head of the organization or one person. It is shared with all the team, with all the stakeholders. Business plan targets are set for departments, employees, managers, because it leads to goal achievement. Because everyone knows what are their targets. So mutually, they, they move forward towards the goals. And how do we set goals? You must have heard about SMART goals, and it is very familiar that we talk about the SMART goals. And for refreshing our memories, I repeat it. Uh, it is S stands for specific. Your goal should be very specific and concise for effective planning. Measurable. Make sure goals and progress are measurable. Achievable. You must have all the resources in order to achieve your goals. You don't set any goal for which you don't have the resources. So that means while setting goals, you keep in view your resources. And it should be very realistic, relevant to business and relevant to your business and You do not set any goal which you cannot accomplish and which you don't have the resources for accomplishing these goals. So it is also like that. Time bound. It should be time bound, and it should not be open ended. And you have to accomplish like you have set your goal so that progress can be measured, and within the time these goals are achieved. In business plan, there is a business description. The business description provides a clear understanding of the business and its goal, mission statement, products or services, what products you are offering or what services you are offering, and about the market and how do you target the market. It also highlights the key aspects of the business that make it unique and successful. Uh, Unique in the sense that there are many competitors in the market. So you promote your business having it unique from others. So you can say that our business provides better services or the products are the quality, you can mention about the quality. So this is related to unique. It helps customers, lenders, and potential investors gain a deeper understanding of product or services. It provides description of supply chain and explains the plan to bring products or services to the market. In fact, sometimes before starting, you need to get loan from banks. So if you have a business plan, you can share your business plan with the bank authorities, and they can have a look and they can understand, and they have they can get a deeper understanding of your product or services. So you can get the loans with justifications. I have mentioned earlier about SWOT analysis, and it's not a new terminology as well as for you. SWOT analysis, it relates with strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. In fact, SWOT analysis is a framework for identifying and analyzing an organizational internal strengths and weaknesses. What do? You identify your strengths as an organization and weakness. And external opportunities. What are opportunities, external opportunities, and threats after collecting the related information? This is a format under internal factors. You cover strength of your organization, you cover weaknesses of your organization, and you draft a summary of internal factors, both for strength as well as for the weaknesses. And as far as the external factors are concerned, uh, what opportunities do you have and what are the threats, and then you jot down and write down the summary. This document helps you to identify the potential risks and threats, so that leads you to solve these risks and address these risks. In the business plan, there is information related to organizational management. What will be the organizational structure and what will be the job description of the staff, salaries and compensation, allocation of profit. These are all related to your organizational management. Now I have a question from you, like it says financial goals are set at the planning stage of a business. I repeat the question. Financial goals are set at the planning stage of a business. Is it true or false? Please write down your answer as you. Let's see the result. Here it is. It says it's true. Financial goals are set at the planning stage of a business. Now we move forward. I mentioned about products and services. We mentioned in the business plan the types of products. What are the types of products? If it is an industry, you manufacture something, who will be your suppliers, from where you will get your supply, and what will be your inventory control system and management system, packaging and labeling of your products, brands, type of services. If it is related to provision of services, what type of services will be provided and how, that are made part of the business plan. So that's all for today. And just to repeat, as I said, in the next class, that will be part 2. It will be held on May 14, related to business plan. And we are going to cover in that part 2 major terms of business plan, market analysis, production plan, marketing plan, operations plan, logistics plan, financial plan, execution of plan, exit strategy, ISO, and what are the essential documents, and those are to be attached as annexes. So now I open the floor. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please.
Thank you, Muhammad. Yes, he
You are
said
welcome.
if any of you have a question, you can use a hand reaction or leave a comment in the chat. So we have a question from Lucia. Let's see what she has to say.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I have put up some of my questions in the chat forum, 2 of them. But for now, I wouldn't want to ask a question. I would want to respond to something. I already completed my MBA with Atlantic International University. And now what I do is talk to new students. I've often had students asking questions. So today I thought I would bring my certificate just to show that I actually completed. And this is something like what you will get, your certificate and your transcript. So like I always say, these in classes or live classes are very helpful because this is the platform that we get to ask the questions pertaining to our line of study. And you can also make use of those who've already graduated to ask questions that you want. Otherwise, apart from that, my two questions, one of them was, how feasible is it for a student straight out of college to come up with a business plan?
Okay, thank you very much for your understanding about the live classes and the importance of these classes. And as far as your question is concerned, you see, after graduating, if somebody or someone is want to start business, and of course, for instance, if you are MBA and you know that the tips related to the business, or how are you going to administer it? As I mentioned, first of all, you need to have an idea, and what is the idea, and then you validate your idea through what? Through feasibility study. So yes, a student can start a business after graduating, provided he or she has all the resources those are required for the business, and the idea is feasible and there is a demand in the market. Uh, One thing is very important related to the plan, that that is demand in the market. And how do you know about the demand? You know about it once you conduct the feasibility study or analysis. And then once your idea is viable, of course, and you have the resources, you can go ahead with starting with the business. Thank you for your question.
Okay.
We have another question from CC Jules. Let's see what they have to say.
Okay, how are you, everybody?
Thank you.
Yeah. So, what I can summary from this presentation is the vision. How they call we have the vision. We have two other steps again. So 3 steps. Okay, but I have just a question which is already in the chat called due to mainly to knowledge related human relationship and financial issues. How can single person with of means can succeed his business plan by an easy way? That is my question.
Could you please repeat your question?
Okay. I repeat my question. My question is, we have 3 steps, 3 main steps from your presentation, what I can remember, to implement a business plan, which are the vision, the mission, and the goals. So, practically, for a single person with who has how they call, who has no more means, like financial means, and no relationship and knowledge, and I think lack of knowledge related in business plan. How can the single person can succeed his business plan by an easy way? An easy way. Because it's so difficult to implement a business plan. Okay, so how a single person can succeed by an easy way is business plan. If this person doesn't have any financial means, no relationship, and no related knowledge in business plan implementation.
Okay, in our practical life, any task which we want to accomplish, we need to have some sort of orientation or training. Without orientation or training, we cannot perform a task. For instance, if you are asked to write down a business plan, or if you are asked to start a business and you don't have any training or knowledge or the skills, the first thing is you must learn and you must have that skill. And as an independent person, you cannot do it. Then in that case, you need to get help from others. Those are related to this field. For instance, you have mentioned how a single person can proceed for a business who doesn't have any skills or information or knowledge. It is very important to get all this information, knowledge, and skills and some sort of training before starting a business. For example, there are, if I take an example of services, for instance, repair of air conditioners, for instance, then any field which comes under vocational training, you can take the example. So after having that vocational training in the interested field, you get the training or the person get the training and start providing the services. This is one example.
Okay.
And as far as the products are concerned, there are different types of uh, business related to products. Again, you need to have training and skills, and you need to have information about the market, and you need to get support from someone who can train you in that area, and you can start.
Okay.
So in that
Okay.
case, I would summarize like for any task or for any business or for any job, you first of all, you need to be trained for that. And you have to identify the resources, which resources you can get for getting those trainings. And as far as the business is concerned, in some of the business, you need to have capital, or like service uh, related business, you need to have the skills before starting your own business. Thank you for your question.
Yeah, just to complete my question, you can have a financial, okay, you can have knowledge in business plan implementation, and but you miss, or you have a lack of finance and the relationship. So how can you can proceed? Whatever you have knowledge, you have competencies, you learn at school, the business plan implementation, but you have a lack of finance and relationship. How you can now fix this issue to do your
Okay.
business plan?
Right. As far as the financial resources are concerned, and you know that you don't have the financial resources, those are required for that business. So this is your feasibility study that tells you that how much financial resources do you need. In some of the cases, in some of the countries, you can get business loans. So This is one option, uh, getting the loan from bank or from other sources. And if you see your feasibility says that no, you don't have any source where you can get finance or financial support, then in that case, it is very much obvious that financial related or financial requirements, if these are not met, you cannot start that business. So what else? What option do you have? So if you have some skills, or you can go for other skills where a lot of financial requirements are not there, you can get the training, like I mentioned, one example of the vocational training. So you can get that vocational training. You have to identify the sources before starting a business. And finance is a major uh, factor once you start the business. It is, I mean, very much important, and without having the required finance, you cannot start a business. Again, if you can get the loan, but are you able to get enough profit so that you can return the loan also? That gives you that for that the feasibility study gives you that you can, yes, you can or pay off your loans. So loan is not so simple. Again, I would say that you have to think about that. And if it is realistic that you are going to earn that much profit from your business, yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Otherwise, no.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. We have another question from Kamoru. So let's see what they have to say.
Hello?
Hello, yes. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good evening, Nigeria.
Good
I
evening.
want to,
Good evening, good evening.
yes, I want to say thank you and well done for a well-researched work and well presented.
Thank you very much.
It provides a reference material for consultant and business managers alike. But mine is not a question. I want to ask whether you can avail us this paper through our emails so that we can have it as a good reference material for future uses, please.
Yes, at the beginning of this class, I mentioned that this presentation would be made available on AIU system. From there, you can get the access to this presentation. It is open for everyone.
Okay, because in the past we have been told that we'll get the resources, but we have always not have
Oh.
access to things like
Okay,
this.
you can note my email address, and
Okay.
and you can send me an email. I will reply to you with the
Okay.
attachment of this presentation. No problem.
Okay, your email
My
address
email
is
is my email is SAGHIR
Sagir.
dot Sagir dot Muhammad MUHAMMAD Sagir
Okay.
dot Muhammad at gmail.com.
Thank you very much,
You are
Doctor. I
welcome.
appreciate so very much.